Welcome back to JP's Ponderings, and today we are talking about customer magic videos. Now, if you haven't seen those, well, you're probably not following the media that we put out, so check it out. But these all came about for one simple reason. People ask me, why did you show this? Why do you show that? We basically show the CCTV and we let the editor kids go a little bit crazy, and we come up with a palatable performance. Now, it is wrapped up in a bow pretty like that, but the main reason we started doing it is because of the rifeness of what's going on out there. And in the case of most of these magician videos is the fact that people are taking meat. They're not taking it, they're getting lots of it and then magically making it disappear. Just like that. So we started these videos. I was at a party actually with one of my mates, and I was talking about these videos, how you could see them come in all the time. People come in, they fill up enviro bags of meat and then walk out. And then after a while we started thinking, is this all meat or is this just high-end meat? And the more I looked into it, it was more high-end meat. It was the Angus Pure, it's the Wagyu, it's the cuts that are sometimes foods. Unless you're filthy rich and you're eating Wagyu steak every time, the majority of people actually use that as a treat. And these products were being taken on a daily basis. So we had to look into it. Why are they taking the high quality and high priced meat? Some of the Wagyu up to $45, $75 a kilo. Angus Pure, $40, $45 a kilo. Great taste. Angus Pure beef. It's now grain-fed, unfortunately, but I thought grass-fed was the best. But anyway, side note, let's get back to it. So those are the premium cuts that Drake's has. And the more and more I kept on telling people, the more they were calling it out as BS. And I said, no, I'm dead set. This happens. So we decided, okay, let's put out the CCTV of that video. Now, in the old days, you put out a CCTV video and people would just look at it and be bored. In this current day, you need to snap it into a few seconds to get people's attention, to get them to watch it, so they can be aware that these things are happening. So we did that. And this is where the young editors get a little bit of a chance to get a bit of free play. Let's see who you have busted. Mr. Potato Head, busted. Thelma and Louise, busted. The Stress Ball Bandits, busted. But it's all for the better of making a little bit lighthearted of the seriousness of it all, so people would actually watch this and understand this is a major problem. These customer magicians making things disappear is an ongoing problem, and it's not every store, but it's almost every store and it's almost every day, and it is ongoing. So we decided to pull out those videos. Now, we get the people commenting and the people hating, oh, you can't do this, like you can't do that, oh, you've got to feel sorry for them. They've got their family that they're trying to feed. Family does not need Angus Pure steak. Doesn't need it at all. Doesn't need Wagyu. Doesn't need high-end meat like that. And I've said it a million times, and we're a business. We do donate millions of dollars to charity, and we're not a charity that feeds people for free. There are plenty of organisations out there that do that. So please don't treat us like a charitable organisation by walking out the store. Now, the reason I get so passionate about it, it's my business. And if you go into any business out there, I don't care whether you're selling lemonade on the corner store or if you've got your own store, you've put your heart and soul into that. If you have a product that's for sale, it should be bought in any language. And I still get people typing in saying, oh, how dare you? They need to eat. Bullshit. They don't need to eat Angus Pure. I'm telling you now. So for us, we needed to try and make people aware of this. Luckily enough, we have great CCTV. And we were able to knit together the stories with a bit of a collab work between the team. And then we come up with what actually happens. And we make it lighthearted so people can watch it. Now, with Drake's alone, since putting out these clips, we have had an increase of reported incidences of 39%. And that's on year. So that shows you it has increased. And people go, oh, it's the cost of living. It's going up. Everything's going up. Everything is going up. As I've said before, every single thing is going up, whether it's your utility bills, your groceries. So then you can see we put out a lighthearted entertainment so people can actually see this, because this is how people are paying attention. All we are doing is making sure we're having content that people are paying attention to. Hence why sometimes when you put these out, the mainstream media are looking at what you're doing on your social media. They're looking at your TikTok account, your Instagram account, your YouTube account. So you need to be very aware that if you're putting content out, there is a possibility it might be picked up. And it is a possibility that it might be on national TV, whether it's on the breakfast shows, the morning shows. You need to understand that whatever content you put out, there is that possibility. And when you put the content out, make sure you can stand on that line and be prepared to defend that content for whatever reason it is. And for us, when we talk about the cost of living pressures, the things we are seeing being stolen, the Angus Pure, the Wagyu, this is not product for cost of living. If you've got cost of living pressures, you're not buying those cuts. Those cuts we know. And because we have a great relationship with SAPOL here in South Australia, because we do have that great relationship, we know these products are going on to be swapped for drugs. Specifically ice is what they're saying. We know that they are being sold on marketplaces, and we know that they are being sold in unscrupulous restaurants around the state. And I don't want to say it, but your Italian clubs, Greek clubs, I've probably offended someone there. If someone is offering you super cheap meat, you might question where it's from. And that is the problem. The meat is being stolen to order. And we've seen this over and over and over again. So it's got to stop. We're lucky enough that in our business, we have facial recognition that goes onto a platform called Aura. And it's not the same platform, they are different. But we are lucky enough to let us know when a person, a magician, has been in this store, this store, this store, and this store, that we can be notified by this. And then all of their offences can be collated. So when they are caught, because they always get caught, they will be charged as a total, the accumulative total. And that is a great way, and that is what is making us different than anyone else. And it's not by us being clever. It's about us just being real about what information we have and how we can use that to stop these repeat offenders coming into store. These are repeat offenders that I'm specifically talking about and specifically taking aim at when we're putting out our customer magic. And the repeat offender is the one that is the main concern for us, because they are not stealing to look after making things disappear, to look after families. They are stealing for, unfortunately, in many occasions, is addiction. And I understand how that can be such a challenging area for lots of people. And people have a disorder. People want to steal products all the time. They're doing it maybe because they get a bit of a thrill out of it. I don't know. And I cannot say this without the dramas of mental health issues in this country. A lot of those do have something to do with ice, meth, call it what you want, crack. It is a major problem in society, and we see it on the forefront in supermarkets because we are considered an easy target. You know, I must admit, the fans really get behind us in this situation, which tells us that 99% of all of our followers and people that don't even follow us are in agreement with what we're doing. We're calling it out. And the people that do go on and say, hey, you know, you're making fun of people, it's not good, you're doing it because you want the likes and click to fame. I don't monetize any of my content. I am not looking at this to be famous. I am not looking at this to make money on social media. We are doing this for social awareness so people can understand these are real issues that are happening right now. And we're one of the few businesses out there that are prepared to stand up and talk about them to try and bring things to the forefront. And we're lucky enough that because of this, it has increased our partnership with SAPOL, and it has increased our partnership with our other security measures teams that we have out there as well. So this has been an amazing joint force, and it's not only with Drake's, it's with other supermarkets out there and other supermarkets out there that you wouldn't necessarily think would be teaming up with. This is a collaborative effort from many to try and stop the rifeness that it is. And not to mention, the thing that really gets to me the most is the protection of my team members on the front line. I want to make sure that those team members are protected, are safe, are coming to work, are enjoying what they're doing, having a good time at work, and know that they are safe in a working environment. And I do got to call out the government in South Australia, the Labor government in this situation, have come up to and put in place measures to make sure that frontline workers are treated as seriously as AMBO frontline workers as well. I think they should all be treated the same as police, to be honest. There's no place for abusing people on the front line when all they are trying to do is supply you groceries into your pantries. That's why we put these videos out, for the awareness, so people can understand it's happening. And there is a darker side to it. And you've seen some of these videos. They've got family members. I mean, the footage we've seen of parents coaching children on how to make things disappear, it's crazy. And, you know, there's a whole lot of other issues that are socially attached to that as well. So we are doing these so people just become aware. And every now and then the media goes bananas on it. That's just what happens. And it's pretty much what happens in everything in life. So there you have it. They're the reasons why we put out these customer magic videos. And it's a real insight into how my brain actually thinks. Good luck with that.